Morning. You already know what it is. You already know who I am. My history is no mystery. I'm the masterpiece mouthpiece, Tony Barge, doing what's vital to a title of a workplace expert. I'm coming to you today with a very important message, and it's about adversity. You understand? Adversity is a necessity. And a whole lot of y'all don't know that. A whole lot of y'all don't even understand adversity is a necessity. You understand me? Because I've learned in my life, just going through a lot of ups, downs, turnarounds, trials, tribulations, and situations, I've learned that adversity is a necessity. Once upon a time, I had one of my Fortune 500 CEO clients actually come to me. You know, it wasn't about a particular filling a job position at this point. This particular CEO client of mine, Don, he was calling in a favor because I had owed him one. And he said, "Hey, Tony, I got a very personal matter I need you to help me with. I'm calling in a favor. You said you owe me." And I said, "Yeah, you know, Don, I definitely do owe you. You've been a key master in my career. You've unlocked doors in my career that I wasn't able to unlock on my own. I really, really appreciate your help, Don. Whatever, I'm down for you like 4 flat tires on a Cadillac. Whatever you need from me, Don, I got your back." So Don was like, "Okay, well, Tony, one of my brother, my older brother, a very, very successful individual. He played for the NFL. He was very successful, but he's just getting out of rehab, and he needs help finding a job. He needs a job search. He needs you to help him with his job search." I said, "Well, tell me a little bit about his story." He told me, well, his brother just got out of rehab. He went to rehab because he used to pop pills and stuff like that for pain. He used to pop pills for pain. And I said, "Well, I had a few friends, as a matter of fact, they played for the NFL as well, and they went through prior, similar situations too, where they, became addicted to pain pills, and due to their addiction of pain pills, they had to go through different treatment facilities, and they bounced back even better and stronger than what they are now." He said, "You know what, Tony, that's that's exactly what I want for my brother." He said, "I want him to bounce back even stronger." And he said, "From the very first day that I met you, Tony, like you said, you're from the ghetto streets to the executive suites. I know you've been around a block a few times. I know you were the person, to help me with this particular matter." I said, "You're damn right." Thank you for noticing that, realizing that I got that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to help your brother out in a situation like this. So, pretty much the moral of the story is, I was able to help his brother out because his brother was I compare him to like a Timex watch, because his brother really knew how to take a licking and keep on ticking, and he understood that adversity is a necessity. You know what I mean? He understood the importance to adversity, and how he was able to adapt through his sobriety, and he was working a 12-step program to make sure that he would keep himself sober. And we're going to go through that exact process in this video. You understand me? And I'm going to tell you exactly what we went through in order to get him the right job for his position that he was looking for. All right. So the message for the day is coping with stress of a job search when you're newly sober. Looking for a job can be stressful for anybody, for those who may be fresh out of rehab, of drugs and alcohol addiction. The same stresses that every job seeker faces can be amplified by other stressors unique to early recovery for substance abuse. You understand? The uncertainty that comes with any job search can be paralyzing for someone who goes to the method of coping once involved drug or alcohol. Newly sober, that person must now contend with the added stress of not being able to self-medicate. In these circumstances, fear of relapse is almost inevitable and a source of stress. Those new to recovery face still other uncertainties in their job search, such as what an employer may or may not know about their addiction history, or how to handle a past drug or alcohol related conviction in an interview or on an application. And then questions about whether or not they will successfully pass the prospective employer's drug test. Okay, so we're gonna go over 5 tips for coping with stress of a job search and early sobriety. Naturally, such stresses can be difficult to manage if you're not overwhelmed. Here are some of the coping tips for people in early recovery. 1. Keep recovery your top priority. It can be easy to allow the stress of a job search to dictate your priorities, so that the pressure of the moment, preparing for interviews, sending out resumes, building your LinkedIn profile, etc., becomes your ruling focus. The problem with this approach is it quickly loses sight of the reality that your health is more important than a job. And any success in job search will be contingent, you understand me, on you staying healthy and sober. If you are in a 12-step group program like Alcohol Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous, keep attending those weekly meetings. You may also want to consider increasing your attendance to these groups in times of great stress. These weekly opportunities where mutual encouragement and support can prove especially helpful when you're dealing with fears of relapse and other what if. Number 2, breathe. Literally breathe. Breathe out and breathe in on a regular basis. For those times when you're getting stuck in your head, because that happens, in short, mindful timeout can provide a much needed breather. Just a few minutes of quiet attention to your breath. Breathing mindful as slow as breathing in and out can provide a grounding perspective and even renew inspiration for your job search. When on a regular practice, this is a very basic form of mindfulness meditation, can also enlarge your sense of what is possible when looking for a job. Number 3, consider individual therapy for managing specific fears and issues as they arise. A trainer's therapist can often help you identify and reframe negative or self-defeating thoughts and feelings that you may not even be aware of as you're looking for a job. If and when these issues arise, a therapist can help you brainstorm your opinions and possible resolutions. Number 4, avoid catastrophizing an all or nothing thought process. You know what I'm saying? Rejection is a part and a parcel of any job search. Understand that. It is ridiculously rare to meet anyone who scores a job offer after just one applicant. That said, when a prospective employer sends you a rejection note after your 3rd round of interview, it can be tempting to indulge in worst case scenario thinking, though thoughts of like, I'll never get this job now, or nobody wants to hire me, poor me type of thoughts can occur as fast as automatic reflexes. Resist that. Resist those thoughts. Are you tracking with me? Do your best to replace negative thoughts with more realistic and positive ones, like, just because I didn't get the job doesn't mean that I can't get the next job. Or the fact that I got to the final round of interview means I'm a competitive candidate. And I've learned some lessons that will help me in my next job search, okay? So the 5th and final step to wrap it up: let yourself inspire yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let me say that again. Let yourself inspire yourself. Remind yourself that you come this far has beaten addiction. Finding a job will be only easy in comparison. You understand me? Successful recovery from drugs or alcohol is a huge achievement in today's society. It takes a lot of hard work and grit to do so. If you can manage recovery, you can handle a job search with ease. I'm gonna tell you that. Keep telling yourself that this truth until you get that job you really, really want. If you're a highly skilled executive or IT professional or engineer of some sort, and after trying these above tips, if you're still experiencing problems with your job search, you may want to talk to a third-party search firm. For example, like my company, RNA Search Inc. You know what I'm saying? Because we could really help you out with finding that right position. You understand me? In conclusion, these are the 5 tips of coping with the stress of a job search when you're a newly sober. Apply this uncommon information to bring restoration to your situation. I hope you never want as long as you live, and you live as long as you want. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, comment, share this with others. I really appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you very much. Have a fabulous day.